Hello and welcome back. Sorry about that, folks. Just a brief explanation. It's a matter of forced obsolescence. Potato Clock has got a few years on it, and part of the force update with Windows 10 is trying to push through, but there is a driver in there that they haven't produced for Potato Clock, and so you can't turn automatic updates off. It forces the update periodically and then forces you to reboot. And when it comes back now, I get one of two reboot messages. One says, wait an hour, okay, or reboot now. The other one gives me a chance to schedule a day and time to do it. And I like that one because I can do, oh, hey, do it at 4 a.m. on Thursday. 2 a.m. on Tuesday, places where it's not going to get in the way of anything. This time it didn't, and I accidentally hit that message. And it's absurd, and you can't turn off the updates and everything because it gets to a certain point, recognizes at that point it doesn't have the driver, and says, I can't do this. It hits the I can't do this and says, okay, now we have to roll that back, reproduce from a restore point, reboot again. And not only does that getting to that point, which is about a third of the way into the update itself, and then the restoring from the restore point takes a significant period of time because you're talking about gigabytes of data. Then when it reboots after that, coming back up from the restore point takes an absurd amount of time that it doesn't take if I just like a regular reboot. Say, oh, hey, got a reboot, and comes back up on a normal load, and it comes back pretty snappy for an aging relic of the 20 teens. So that's what happened is it came up, and when I went to pause the music, I just hit the space bar, and I looked up and was like, oh no, that had the update message on it, and when I hit the space bar, it just pushed the OK. And that's a good way to get a tear your hair out moment. It's back. And I've heard through the grapevine there might not be Lords of the Night tonight, so we might go a little bit longer on this one if I don't have to compete with those boys. Kind of the thought anyway. So I am getting tunes lined up, and then we'll return to the painting, which I stopped doing when the stream ended because the painting is supposed to be on stream. I do follow my own rules most of the time. And yeah, I do have going through, I'm selecting songs that either weren't on the playlist before or we didn't get to on the playlist before. And away we go.
Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you where your rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you way I'm bound away across the wide Missouri. Oh, Shenandoah, I love your daughter. Way, you rolling river, far across the rolling waters. Way
Cross the wide misery.
'Tis 7 long years since last I've seen you.
Rolling river.
'Tis
7
7
long years
since
since
last
I've
I've
seen
seen
you.
you.
When I found the way, cross the wide misery. Shenandoah, with my ears inside thee, rolling river. Shenandoah, with my ears inside thee, way I found a way. Cross the wide misery. And hello, Jack Gunsky. I see you transitioned to D Live. You are everywhere, you say. I get a hero. Now the question is, are you say? I think you might be too white to say that and get away with it. Not that I care. That's you. I know Terry's worse, so. And this is, say, on the off chance that the rumor I heard about Lords of the Night doesn't carry through. Here's where I'll go ahead and throw in some shills. We do have Kyler tomorrow on his stream as his plan. Of course, you'd normally have Monday through Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Lords of the Night on their various channels. Tuesday nights, you get Quippers United on Jack Gunsky's channel. My understanding is this Tuesday they've got a couples night planned. That is usually starting around 11:30 on Jack Gunsky's channel. And then Thursday nights, usually the corner on Frosted Glasses channel. This is where they touch the stuff that's too spicy for Lords of the Night, and Jack's over there too. And then Friday nights usually, but tonight instead with Frosted Glass, we have MST3K nights. Or if the gaming thing is more your speed, 2 Cents Plus should be having gameplay of Humans Fall Down. I think that's most of my regular shills, because I do not have a keen eye as far as what goes on with Minions of the Zoo, which I know Terry is on frequently. I don't always track Hit Camel and Johnny Hellcat stuff, so no comment, Jack. Oh, Humans Fall Flat, I'm sorry. Yeah, Jack says what he wants. He's an adult, and Jack is a free speech absolutist. Totally on board with that. I think that you know, speech is speech, actions are actions. Speech falls under the First Amendment, and therefore should not be getting restricted, especially not for political correctness, which is about as close to political as I'm going to get here. One of the reasons for that opinion is I'm sure somebody could make a movement to get the audio on this channel banned as a crime against humanity. Yeah, anything is a crime against humanity is said loudly and poorly enough. I might agree with some of that too. Of course, I can go the other direction as far as saying I don't. I think Jackie might be a little young for this one, but maybe not. It's the old Well, I can get those alerts popping up real quickly to cease and desist with simple one. You get the old ASPCA thing. If I had a soundtrack that I wouldn't want to use, like in the arms of the angel, and there we go. Your stream has been deemed in violation of the Geneva's Convention and UN Resolution 3417. Desist now or be banned forever. Not quite, but close enough, I stick most to it's Sarah McLachlan. Oh, that one with the with the pictures of the rescue animals and everything. Yeah, it is a good cause, but that's a crime against humanity doing it like that. And I have had experience with a lot of rescue animals. You encounter quite a few of those if you're working in a courier service, because you're bringing packages to people. Some of those people got rescue animals, and they tend to be like just terrified of you. The sad puppy song, yeah. The worst part about it is, you get a situation where I can respect a dog that's got attitude and wants to defend the home and everything like that. And you get these dogs that have been so beaten down and abused and everything that it's like, I want to bite you, but at the same time, I am terrified to get within 20 feet of you. And you do okay, we're going to break down that resistance. Start with tossing dog treats in their general direction, because they might run away from the treat while it's in the air and on the ground, but when you drive away, they're going to go scope out what actually happened there. And what you get a little bit farther along, and it's like, okay, we're going to keep our distance, but we're not going to run away from the treat. And then the real, bring joy to the heart moment when you're dealing, trying something like that is you get to the point where puppers comes in, and when you hold the treat out, they actually, even if they're obviously scared, they actually come up to take the treat from you. And that's like victory, because now you know I'm not gonna hurt you. At least you suspect it enough that you're willing to risk it. And it's like, people who do that to animals need to be locked up and have the same stuff done to them. It really is. Sorry, I had have a couple of really small spots here, so I have to kind of pay attention for one. I'll start another song in a moment. But hence the phrase risk it for the biscuit. Yeah, and you get the ones that they do, and after they've done it once, and they're like a little braver the next time and a little braver the next time, and they hit that point where it's like, yeah, I actually know this I trust enough that this person's not gonna hurt me, that I'll actually greet them, and looking forward to that. I can break the resistance of any dog to considerations like, is this person safe given enough time? But it is just so sad to see. And it's like, okay, you did that to a dog, we're gonna lock it. I don't value animals as highly as people, but we do take them in, we make them members of our families and everything. We put the responsibility on ourselves in those situations, and it's inhuman to be cruel to them. You go hunting I'm not as big a fan of trophy hunting as hunting for food, but you go hunting, you shoot a deer, okay, fine. But you don't go hunting and catch the deer in a leg trap and then stab it repeatedly and watch it die a slow suffering death. You try to make it as quick and humane as possible. Because you're not a psychopath. And of course, some of the people that'll do that to a dog or a cat, and it's like, they've got kids. If they do that to the pet they had before they had kids, what are they doing to their kids? Yeah, it's got dark. I need to. Well, I think it's the second most despicable thing a person can do, because the most despicable is hurting a defenseless fellow human being. But the defenseless animal is a close second. Instead, I've got the laser cats here. I feed them, I pet them, we play, we have a good time, we have lap time, snuggling together, watch a scary movie. They have the good life. And to get off the dark one side here, we'll pick up the next tunes. One, two, three, do, re, mi, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, do, re, mi. They don't cry. Big girls don't cry. They don't cry. Girl. Walk like a man myself. Bribe? I don't know. Maybe. I had to get in there a little bit because one of the things about living with two laser cats is that cat fur sometimes gets in my art stuffs. And I try to keep it out of the paint when I'm painting. But sometimes it gets bonded into the pictures anyway. But I had one spot there that I could pull out. And so I did. Finding love inside. Get my way back to you, babe. Happiness left behind. Let it get away every day. Happiness that's done. What a night. Late December back in '63. What a very special time for me. I remember what a night. Oh, what a night. Oh, I didn't even know her name. I was ever gonna be the same. What a lady, what a night. Yeah, it's added texture if it isn't like a black hair that keeps sticking out of the paint, because then you got black in your picture. And what you may have seen me doing there with the dropper is a little trick I've got for if I get some paint in an area where it's not supposed to be, I can sometimes save myself the touch up, because we're working with watercolors here. If I can just add a little extra water there, let it sit, and then just gently swab it up, because if the paint's thick enough, you can remove the top color and leave the bottom color still there. Though when I'm going through with the colors, I might touch that up, and if I can't match it, I might change it. These things happen in this work too. Jackson Pollock's most famous painting Autumn Rhythm, has a bug in it, so I'm in good company. Yeah, I'm definitely not at Pollock's level, or maybe I'm above it, depending on your point of view. Mine at least don't look like they might look good under a black light, but you don't need a black light to see them the best. I haven't tried painting on velvet yet either, so yeah. Future goals, right? With everybody. I hate that skip. Across the USA, surfing like California, yeah. Wearing their baggies, so Archie sent us to. Everybody else surfing, surfing USA. She's forgotten about the library like she told her old man now. Just as fast as she can now. Soon she'll have fun till daddy takes the tube away. Vibrations, she's giving me excitation. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me excitations. Good vibrations. She's giving me excitations. She's giving me excitations. Around, get around, now get around. Get around, now get around. This song always makes me think of Flight of the Navigator. East Coast girls are hit by really dig this alleyway. Midwest farmers' daughters, we make you feel alright. Woman, how could be California girls? They all could be California girls. is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice in the morning as she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. And driving down the road I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads. Hello, Data Wasteland. When you finish the colors, are you getting it as a tattoo? No. Definitely not. I do have one tattoo, but I don't think I'd go for anything this big or this elaborate, especially since I have these things with weight going up and down and skin stretching and receding. Because this would have to be something like back, unless you tried to do a sleeve of it, which... And coming up with a tattoo artist you'd trust to do something like this. And I know somebody who's had laser tattoo removal. He said it was more painful than getting the tattoo, so... The Beach Boys always remind you of your father, Jack. That's good to know that he's still with us. Father Forge is not with us, but Mama Forge is still around, and actually earlier on my stream had a last minute start because I was over at her place helping her out with some stuff. And of course, the stuff that I was helping her with, decided to try and play hardball, but I'm a geek. That kind of hardball doesn't usually work on me. Despite technical difficulties from earlier, we are making decent progress on this whole background project. Although it's up against the thing that it's a lot of fine detail, so it's gonna go slowly. I have one more hair here that I want to try and... problem tends to be getting a grip of them, especially if part of it is in the paint. But if it's not completely embedded in the paint, it stands out color-wise. And that annoys me and triggers my OCD. Skip that one because it wasn't the one I thought it was. The fox went out on a chilly night. Let's go that night before he reached the town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh. Many an hour was go that night before he reached the town. Oh. You're gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh. Couple of you are gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Oh. By the dick, just across his back. The quack, quack, so dangling down, oh, down, oh, down, oh. He didn't mind the quack, quack on the legs, all dangling down, oh. Windows with their hands, and John, the gray goose is gone, the looks on the town, oh. Town, oh, town, oh, John, the great goose is gone, and the fox is on the town, oh. They were the little ones, 8, 9, 10, same daddy, we go back again. Looks like a man in my town, oh, town, oh, town, oh, daddy, you better go back, let's be a mighty fine town, oh. Without any strife, they cut up the goose with the fork in the neck, and they never had such a dip in their life, and the little ones chewed on the bones, oh, bones, oh, bones, oh. They never had such a supper in their life, and the little ones chewed on the bones.
Yum. Okay, I think that was the cutest video I've ever done. Number one,
that is a slightly older one of his, but it is a really fun video, and it's cute because his son played the role of the fox. And I gotta say, if you like fun songs and cute videos, go search for Peter Howland's The Fox, because it is just a fun video to watch. And I'd say that even if my licensing agreement with him didn't have me shilling his stuff in my channel. Yeah, Jack Gunsky hates fun, which is why he hosts that trivia show that so many people regret appearing on. And I've regretted appearing on it, what, half a dozen times now, Jack? This next one is a song that's probably going to get me a copyright strike because this is actually a studio recording rather than a live performance. But it's a song that hits me in my otherwise mostly non-existent feels, and music's one of the few things that has a really good chance of doing that. And I like this song, sort of, so... Just a second. Sorry, I hate hairs in my artwork. Probably would help if I didn't like store the picture once it's dry right on the laser where the cats like to sit and walk through and everything. Ah, well. Thank you for the follow and the lemons over on D Live Data Wasteland. Yeah, that one, some people hearing it probably be a little bit disturbed. Of course, I am broke, as well as the broken-hearted man. There are some holes in my shoes. But few things hit me quite as much as missing Mrs. Forge, and I would give almost anything to have her back. And that's something that you face if you lose somebody who's really close to you. And once again, it gets a little bit dark. Oh, Latin. Apparently, we have a monkey mind change, and Latin is streaming. So I am going to close down with this bit right here because I do not try to overstream them because I lose myself and my audience to the Latin, folks. We made some good progress considering our technical difficulties today. There is still quite a bit to go, in part because of the technical difficulties. But I'm going to wish you all a quick good night rather than my usual outro. And thank you for stopping by. Have a good evening.